Introducing Tracy Live Stream Chat, the ultimate destination for engaging in discussions on wealth, health, and family life. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday for captivating conversations that you simply can't afford to miss. Delve into the secrets of success, learn valuable health tips, and gain insights into building strong and fulfilling financial connections. Here's the thing though, don't just watch. Actively participate and interact with experts and fellow viewers in real time. Mark your calendars, set a reminder, and get ready for an enriching live streaming experience that will leave you inspired and empowered. Don't miss out. Tune in to the Introducing Tracy live stream chat on Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll see you there. Introducing Tracy Live Stream Chat, the ultimate destination for engaging in discussions on wealth, health, and family life. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday for captivating conversations that you simply can't afford to miss. Delve into the secrets of success, learn valuable health tips, and gain insights into building strong and fulfilling financial connections. Here's the thing though, don't just watch. Actively participate and interact with experts and fellow viewers in real time. Mark your calendars, set a reminder, and get ready for an enriching live streaming experience that will leave you inspired and empowered. Don't miss out. Tune in to the Introducing Tracy live stream chat on Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll see you there.
Hello. Happy Tuesday. How is everybody doing today? So y'all, I got these multiple screens up. If y'all only could see your girl, like, I hope this don't confuse me as far as which screen I'm talking into. Like, I'm looking at the camera, okay, but I got Instagram and Twitch and Facebook looking right back at me. How are y'all doing on this beautiful Tuesday? I am so, first off, let me just start my live by saying this. I'm glad that all of my Southern family are doing well. A storm came by. They had a lot of rain, flooding, and everybody that I pretty much talked to between um, last night in the chat and today on the phone or through Messenger, I'm so glad that y'all are safe. And it's so funny because the ones that I reached out to, they're like, "How are you in the snow?" I'm like, "We're good," because I'm gonna stay in the house. I'm not one of them people where I'm gonna just like go out into the world thinking that I'm gonna slide on this ice. But it's not any ice. I'm just saying I'm being dramatic. But yeah, we had fun. So like we had some snow over the weekend. Took my daughter outside. I post a video if y'all haven't seen the reel. I did live my inner child. We sat outside for like 2 hours in the snow, and we tried to build a snowman. He's more like a ghost man. We just like did a silhouette of him. So yeah, that's what we did. But we had fun. Hey Elite, how are you doing, beautiful? Thank you so much for being here. So yeah. So I know typically we always talk about credit. And I honestly I can never ever stop talking about credit when it comes down to helping anybody that may need some help, whether if it's how to establish credit, what is credit, how to utilize my credit, how do I grow my credit, how can I be more in tune with my credit. So a lot of that stuff, um, it's a part of me. I've been doing it for several years. I really have not heard a question that I feel is a dumb question. It's a question that you may not have the answer to, but we can either I'll give you the answer, find out the answer, or we'll work together and figure it out. But 9 times out of 10, just being in the mindset that you want to work on your credit does a lot for me because we were not taught about credit growing up. We were not taught about how to use credit once you got credit. We also didn't have anybody teaching us the importance of credit. Like if I had to pick cash and credit, I'm gonna pick credit every time because you can have zero cash and get credit, and that limit can be, unlimited, okay? But your cash is just your cash. Once you have it, that's all you have, unless you know how to, how to make more. And a lot of times it's hard for people to tap into their purpose or their desire to be able to make more money. Hi, Edna. How are you? Thank you for joining the live. But yeah, so it's like talking about those things and having those resources to be able to utilize and grow is a beautiful thing. And I'm gonna tell y'all, like I tell my son, because he's grown now, you want to build your credit when you don't need it. And the reason why, you're gonna get turned down. Have y'all ever heard people say, find your job while you have a job? Because if you don't have a job, nobody might not even hire you. Like, it's good to look for a job while you have a job. It's like everybody wants you when somebody already has you, versus you by yourself and wanting to be with someone. So on anybody's level of that, I just wanted to put that out there as far as that information. What is your recommendation for starting your kids off right with credit? Number one would be to get my book. Depending on your child's age, I would definitely say the book, because they can be under the age of 13 and could read about how to manage their money, and then know or have a better insight what the meaning of having money, what the meaning of having credit, what's the meaning of having a savings. Because see, a lot of those things look different for each person on this live. Like for me, it may be investment. For the next person, savings may be for a car or short term. Also for me, savings is 6 months of everything that I do right now. So if anything were to happen, I know I have 6 months of savings that can take care of me for the next 6 months. Now that 7th month, if I haven't figured it out, then I'm probably gonna have to phone a friend for a lifeline. But at least I know for 6 months I can take care of all of my existing bills. What about adding them as an authorized user to your account? So you can definitely add them as an authorized user to your account, or this particular account would be a credit card. That's the only one that they're really going to get a benefit from as far as building credit. A lot of credit card companies will let you add them at 13. Some of them have started to push the envelope that they have to be 16 before they can be added to your credit card. All you have to do is just call, add them, or go online and add them and see what they come back and say. I originally added my son on my first credit card when he was 13, but because I no longer at the time did business with them, when I dropped them, they dropped him. So then the next time I put him on my credit card after I got my life back in some type of order. And yes, I did say that when I got my life back in order, because I did not want my son to get any of my bad debt. And it wasn't bad debt, but it was debt that was over 30%. And I didn't want his credit score to be affected by it. So I waited until he was 16, and then I added him on a credit card that I only used to purchase gas. So you can do that. And it only takes one card. So you guys, you don't have to go add them on 4 different cards. It doesn't work that way when you're trying to build someone's credit. But what you want to do as they get older, so like when they turn 18, which this is what I did for my son, he has an authorized user account on his credit report, which is my account and his. And then he has a second card with Discover that is solely his. So once he gets done with his welding program, I am going to have him open up a line of credit with Navy Federal Credit Union. They may lend him up to $1,000, or they may even give him more, because at this time, he'll be working in his industry, and he'll apply for that loan. So those are the things that I'm saying that you have to do as far as building credit for your kids and for your loved ones. You have to. It's a step to it. Thank you so much, Miss Perry, for the stars. Thank you for the oopsies. I appreciate you. But yeah, you want to. That's why I always talk about generational wealth. Generational wealth comes in a big picture, and there's like different tiers to this. They can inherit your credit. They can inherit your life insurance. They can inherit a lot of things, your house. But it's proper ways for all of that stuff to take place. And I'll be the first to tell you, adding them to your deed is not the best solution. I know a lot of people are like, okay, they're selling all of these dreams on social media, and I'm gonna be the first to tell you, I'm not saying that they right. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm not saying that it's not wrong. I'm just saying you have to look at the bigger picture. And if you don't think that I am 100% correct on what I'm saying, then seek legal help or assistance. But I think a lawyer would tell you, do not purchase a home and put it under a minor's name. There are so many red tapes under that, but you can put it into a trust, and your kids can be in the trust, and everybody that's on the trust is a beneficiary of that title of that home. And also, if someone was to transition, you won't have to reap the benefits of paying a lot of money to claim what was already yours. I'm just gonna say it like that. Cause I love history, and I love talking about history and talking about, you know, I admire all of the grandparents, the great grandparents that made a way for their children and made a way for their grandchildren and their great grandchildren. But it was a missing piece. My uncle would call me when I'm doing a live. It's a missing piece, and that missing piece is how to go about doing these things. So yes, you can own all the land that you want to own, and you can have it in your name. But we're in a time that even putting it in your name, even being married, certain states do not recognize the next kin like your kids. That's why they have court systems in place that you have to prove who you are to get what was left to you. And if you put it in a trust, it saves you all the heartache. It saves you a big headache. It saves you a lot of money. And I mean, you guys, you can do a trust for $500. So just think about it. You have a house that values $175,000 or more. You have a life insurance policy, $1,000,000. What is $500 when you have that type of portfolio? I'm just saying, to make money, you have to spend money, and to keep money, money has to be spent. So you take the necessary steps to say, I'm gonna buy a house. Okay, great, buy the house. Now you have kids. How are you and your kids protected in this house? Oh, I'm gonna write a will. What state do you live in? Do you know your state laws? Okay. Now, those are just some things that I just want to just throw out there so you can start thinking about this process. Because a quick claim and a deed does not secure the next member if something happens to you in a certain time frame. But again, if you don't believe me, call your lawyer in your city or your state and find out. I'm just saying. And also, that's on a personal level. So let's talk about business. We see all the time these shows that these people get with, like Shark Tank, and they have a brilliant business, and then they go there and they want a higher investment so that their business can be advertised to more people to make more money. And what I mean by that is they either want to be in a store. Some of them shoot for Target. Some of them shoot for, you know, big chains, big chains. Okay. And the first thing that I love about this is those individuals had a passion and desire for something, and they immediately thought about being in a billionaire club. Okay. I just want people to get in the mindset to get in $1 million club, because once you get to the million, the billions are gonna come. But I'm trying to get you to see past today and see the bigger picture in the long haul. Like, you're getting excited for 20,000. I want 200. All right? Like, you have to be able to go and shift your mind that when you do hit that plateau, that your business has successfully grown where you're actually making the dividends of your desire, you can't have that minimum wage income mindset, because then where's the growth? There isn't one. So you have to be able to shift your mind to think as a millionaire. You have to be able to have your products and go ahead and give them a SKU number. So, like, I was talking to a young lady because she had the most beautiful website, okay? And this was just this year. I just touched base with her and I said, you know, you have multiple pieces that you sell. And to place an order is not really like digitally written out purple lotion 16 ounce. I'm just using that for example because I don't want to, put anybody on Front Street. But if she had it labeled like McDonald's, number one, A1, or AB, where it's like A is for 8 ounces. A1 for 8 ounces, A2 for 16 ounces. When that person make their order, they know exactly what they're signing up for. When you're putting the order together, you know exactly what you have to deliver in this package to send it out. When they receive it and they have the order form, they know exactly what it is because they know A1 and A2 was these two items, right? So it makes it easier to be able to just jump right on in there without asking questions. So I told her, I said, have you ever thought about a SKU? And I said that because when you go to Walmart and you go to Target, all of them have, something like this, right? But then you might be like, oh, this patents this item. Yeah, for them to sell it in the store, you're absolutely right. This item, this number is for this one item all day long, every day until it discontinue, right? But I want you to think like a millionaire. You don't have to label your t-shirts, I'm black and I'm proud, extra large. It could be BB1, BB2, BB3, extra large, or whatever. But just get in a different mindset. So when someone reaches out to you and they say, do you have any more BB3? And you're like, BB3, oh, black and you proud shirts. Yes, ma'am. What size would you like? Oh, I would like to get an extra large. Okay, yeah, we can have that sent out to you or have it on your website like that. Because when they see this item on Walmart's website, it's the same way. It tells you a name and then it tells you a product number. And all that stuff can be found right there. So it just helps you to keep up with your inventory and for people to not really like guess, because I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of individuals, have, hold on, I see some questions, y'all. I'm sorry, hold on. A lot of individuals have products, and you sell products that are near and dear to your heart, and I do not want to downgrade, say your product wrong or anything. But if you make it where it's fluent for everyone, then it's a shared interest. It's a shared love. It's a shared product that everyone, including yourself, is going to be happy to buy. Definitely got to figure out what to do with this. Definitely got to find out what to do with it sometime soon. And then you say, preach, cousin. Thanks, boo. Take care of yourself on the back end. Hold on. Are y'all talking? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to look at my comments on here because in the software, I can see why I can get. They go, right. She always know when to come in the room, y'all. They have an app that will give you a Q code for free. It helps you with inventory and management tremendously. Yes. And Q codes are really good. Traditionally, I think when Q codes first came out, Lariah, come back over this way. Go back over that way. I think traditionally when Q codes first came in, they did it so, like if I'm in the store and if I had on like something on the back of my shirt and you wanted to know who I was, you'll scan the Q code, but you don't have to walk up to me. You can just scan it and then on your phone and tell you what it is, so you straight to it. That's kind of, but the SKU works the same way. It's just a Q code will take you directly to that one thing. And a SKU does the same thing. So like if you want to sell on Amazon, a lot of the times Amazon would like for you to have, I think they also call it a UPC number. Don't quote me on that. I don't sell many products. I sell digital products, but I have looked into it, and again, it does cost, but what is it when it's yours? Like you're paying to have ownership for it. Just like when people copyright laws and all this stuff for like certain things like their business name or their product items that they sell. Like it's a trend. Yeah. Okay, it's UPC. Did I say that? I don't know. But yeah, that number. I mean, that words, those letters, UPC. So it's really exciting because it takes you away from other individuals that are doing the same thing that you may be doing, but it gives them a different outlook because your mindset has shifted to where now you're like small business but millionaire stacks. Okay, so it's like I'm still here because I'm making this much a year, but if I get here and think here, I'm gonna leap to here, and when I get here I don't have to change anything because you're already building to get there. That's basically what I'm trying to say. You're building to get there, so while you're there you don't have to change anything. But if you keep everything on this level down here and you start growing, you're like, oh, I gotta look more professional. Oh, I gotta change my product. Oh, I gotta change my name. Oh, I gotta change my layout. Or you're going to constantly revamping what you've already started. You're like as they call it, reinventing the wheel again. So take that time to do it now and do it to your liking of a mindset of a millionaire. Even when it comes down to being big, bright, and bold. Big, bright, and bold can be interpreted so many different ways depending on the individual. It's kind of like the person that comes in the room with the loudest pink dress and it's a black event. You're like, where is she going? Did she not get the memo? It's an all black event. So it's just one of those situations, even with your business. And I'm not saying change it, because that's not what I'm saying do. I'm just saying have the mindset of a millionaire. So when you get there, you don't have to change anything because you're already there. Kind of like how people do when they buy their house of their dream. And a lot of you know what I mean when I say that, because it's like staying in an apartment, you have one look. Buying a townhouse or a smaller home when you're, that's another look. But like, this is your dream home. This is the one that you're going to be, casually having people come over. So you're like, my kitchen has to be perfect. It has to be set up this way. Nothing on my countertops. I want my shelving to be glass so you can see. I want you to be able to see what you're getting out before I even have to touch my knobs. So it's again, it's a mindset, it's a plan, it's a vision, it's your desire, it's your purpose. Just like how your food, you want your food to taste a certain way. So when someone takes that first bite, they're like, oh, this is amazing. You don't want them to go, oh, wait. I want that very first explosion experience. And for those of you that know, I tell people all the time, I really enjoy people eating my food. It's either really, really good or whatever. But I don't know, I kind of enjoy that myself. I mean, I'm real big on it. Like when I was with my parents and I would cook, I'm like watching the whole house eat before I eat, because I'm like, okay, did I like it? How does it taste? That's just me. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right? That's basically what it is. Stay ready so you don't have to be ready. All right. Hey, Jamaica. Hey, Mary. Hey, Sierra. Thank you for joining. Greta Dotson. Hi. Hey, Tay. I was just trying to read some comments, you guys. You say, yes, my family live land in Hawaii, so it's difficult to manage it, but I did add it to all the rest of my trust. That is amazing. And I mean, when it comes down to land, there's really not a lot that you have to do to manage land, unless it's a house or some type of physical structure on the property. And then at that point, depending on, what the requirements are, you don't want them to label it abandoned but most of the time they don't really call it abandonment unless the taxes and stuff are not being paid. But that is definitely smart. Kudos to you. I love that when you and I had our conversation and you started looking into that and you did handle it and it all worked out for you. I was really, really, really happy for you and me being a part of that journey with you, Kiki. So thank you so much. Definitely got to figure out what to do with it sometime soon. Jamaica say, I'll manage it for you. Y'all are so funny. So, yeah. And then the other thing that I wanted to point out was, like, I was telling a friend of mine, I told a friend of mine this years ago. I was like, I know I tell y'all a lot, I do not care for banks. I really don't. Because banks look at you as a number and not a member. So basically what I'm saying is, if you have, you get your whole employment check direct deposit into your account. You have one-off and you go into, you have insufficient funds, okay? You call your bank and you ask them, is there any way possible that they can forgive you for the mishap of your account? If that's your first one, like in life, they'll probably work with you. But because I used to work at multiple banks, we had to make note of it. So it doesn't matter if you did something in 2020 or if you did something in 2022. If it's 2024 and I see that we've already waived 3 of your non-sufficient funds and it wasn't our fault, I will then have to risk my job to either do it for you again or simply tell you no. But if it was a credit union, they're likely to forgive you with direct deposit because they know that you, number one, they look at how long you've been a member. They look at how long you've had direct deposit. They look at so many things. And then they even try to reach out to you to say, how can we help you not have insufficient funds in your account. It seems like every month around the 23rd, you have insufficient funds. Could we open you a savings account today? And then you start saving the money, and then when you need the money, we won't even call you. We'll just automatically send the money from your savings to your checking. How does that work for you? Like, seriously, that's what they taught us when working with the credit union. And it was so sufficient because it made our borrowers really appreciate being a member. Do any of you know the first time 500 or is often paid? So, Jamaica, to answer your question, the trust typically it starts off being about, and I'm just saying this because every lawyer is different, so you really have to get with a lawyer. But I've seen it as low as $500, and depending on how many individuals that are on there, it can increase. And then once, so like say for example, I think Kiki kind of put her actual story on here. Like I think she said hers was 600 for the 3, and then additional was 100. So yeah, and then there's a fee of 1.5 for the trust value, and it's yearly. So thank you, Kiki, because I just went back in and read these questions. I work at Auto Factory, but my baby and I stay looking for. Definitely got CEO and definitely got a me notice, right? So yeah. So that's the thing that I love about credit unions versus banks. But on the flip side, I love banks because banks, they love to give out free money. So I was just telling somebody recently that I was like, hey, I said, do your job pay you direct deposit? They were like, yeah, don't nobody do paper checks no more. I'm like, nah, there's still some people out there that do paper checks. And the reason why I'm asking, I said, you know how you always be asking for like $100, $200, $50. And they was like, what you mean? And I was like, I'm not trying to put you on Front Street. I'm finna help you make some money without getting another job. They was like, how? So I said, why don't you go online and open up a checking account and get direct deposit? And I pulled up one account and I was like, hey, if you direct deposit at least $500 a month, so that means $250 from each paycheck, this bank will give you $250. I mean, but what you mean they just gonna give me $250? I said, yeah, like after you be with them for like 60 days per what they said, because you never had an account with them before. If you open up a new account, they'll pay you $250. They'll deposit into your account. For real? I was like, yeah, like this is how you capitalize off banks. They was like, do you do that? I have done that with multiple banks. Really did not know that people didn't know to do this. But now that it has been brought to my attention, I'm circling around to tell you guys the same thing I told her. Yeah, go find an online bank. And when I say online bank, most of them are all online because this particular bank is BMO, and then there's a PNC and Bank of America. They're all doing the same thing. If you are a new account holder and you can meet the qualifications for a direct deposit as far as the amount that they're asking for. After so many months, they give you cash back. Between $250 to $400, $200. Bank of America $200, PNC up to $400, and BMO up to $250. So I was like, you know what? Let me share that with my virtual friends because I really thought everybody knew this. I practiced this like years ago. And again, I guess because I worked at the bank, it made it easier for me to do it. But yeah. And then you don't have to like be with them for a long time. So like you can do one bank, you can do one bank, make the money, turn that account into like a savings account, do another bank, make the money, that's savings. You don't have to touch this money once you have the money in there, and then you can go in and change your direct deposit. So like if you're putting $500 in there and you already got your money, and just say for example, because a lot of them is free checking accounts, but just say that it says that you it's not free unless you have a direct deposit, and they don't have an amount. That's where Wells Fargo fell off one year. They did not have a direct deposit amount. You just had to have $1,000 in the account within 90 days to get the payment. Once you have the $1,000 in there and they paid you the $400, you can go back to your employer and change it to where you can only put like $100 in there, and then that account is tucked away. You know what I'm saying? Hey Tony, how you doing? So yeah, it's like it's tucked away. You don't even have to worry about touching that account. And then when the holidays come around, guess what? You got you a savings, or you got you a checking account with money in it, and you forgot all about it. It's not bad at all. I was hoping. Oh yeah, definitely not monthly. Not monthly. No, 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 no. Yeah, so depending on who you write your trust up with, you can tell them what you can afford also. I mean, you can negotiate in terms of that because you're working either with a personal lawyer or a law firm when you're doing this trust, okay? So I would talk to them. They might just be inspired that you're like getting the trust, because a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people that do know, they have business with them already. So I will say definitely call around, see what's the going rate in your city and state, and then who does it for you as far as conversation wise, like who has a good book of business, who's not known, who has a good reputation, and work from it from that standpoint. Sorry, y'all. I My uncle called, then I got a text message, so I just wanted to like follow up. But yeah, so those are some pieces of advice that I wanted to put on there as far as like the checking accounts, as far as making money or utilizing the money that you make every day with your job to help make more money, which would be open up accounts, get the cash back, grow within their entity to be able to make money. I don't necessarily see a lot of credit unions with a lot of those offers. I'm not saying that they don't have them. There are some that do have them, but majority of the time is for credit cards, and credit cards work the same way. So just for fun. I know you don't want to be out here opening up 55,000 credit cards, but let's just say one person has a credit card and they were getting, let's just say 9% interest rate, and that 9% interest rate wind up going this year. They sent out a letter saying in April we're gonna go up to 24. Okay, now rule number one, I always tell people don't be afraid of the interest rate. It's always a process around interest rates, especially with a credit card. You do not have to. You can use the card, pay the card, and will never incur an interest rate payment. But let's just say that you're not that fortunate yet. You can go out here and shop for a credit card with zero interest or low interest. And then you can have that credit card transfer whatever balance that you have to the new card. Like, do a lot of people know about that? Like, do you know you can transfer your balances from one credit card to another? And that is like very helpful on the back end, because now you're not sitting around paying 21 interest on a credit card, where you can now have no interest, be a part of them for whatever the terms are, because some of them have it where 5 years no interest guaranteed, or five no interest, or 10% interest, 3% cash back, or 5% cash back. I've seen some cards go like you get 5% cash back on particular items, like getting gas, going to the grocery store, going to the movies. So, you have to, like, again, budget, budget and evaluate your cards and see, are your cards working for you, or are they working against you? Only you can answer that question. But to be able to utilize, or even know that you're utilizing them properly, is you have to go back and evaluate your cards, your situation, budgeting. Okay, budget, and take all this information and see if it's working for you. Because it's like, from this day forward, I want to help everybody win. I don't want you to be sitting over here, not saying that you're losing anything, but if you constantly think about winning, you're not worried about a loss of none. Granted, you're not going to be able to win everything all the time, but knowing is so much, it has so many more benefits knowing right from wrong versus just figuring it out when it's almost too late. Or better yet, like years ago, when I was having a conversation with someone about a collections account, I was like, don't pay it. They were like, what do you mean? I was like, it's already in collections. They already wrote you off. Oh, man. See, my gal told me that if I paid it off, my credit was going to go up. I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, have you paid it off? Had just paid it off. He didn't know no better. Neither did his girl. But, a lot of us don't. And then when we do better. And then, just even explaining to him that it was already charged off, he basically was like, still confused, like, as to what that meant. So Capital One said they lost. They already wrote it off on their taxes, on their insurance, that you were a loss to them. And then he basically was like, oh, okay, so they wrote me off. I said, yeah, they wrote you off, and then you came back and settled and paid it off. And now your credit score, even if it did go up a little, you just, like, it's still there. They didn't even take it off. They did not offer you a paid in full letter, because he didn't pay the amount that they were reporting. He called, negotiated amount, and paid it. So that stayed on his credit report. I didn't pay off anything without them agreeing to remove it from my credit report. And that's the smartest thing, because, like, if they're not going to remove it, don't pay it. And honestly, depending on how old the account is, I wouldn't even call them to negotiate my payment, because now they have you, like, on tape saying that you're like, you're basically like, you're already confessing that it's yours. So I mean, it's so many weird laws that they have in place that, again, they don't educate us or talk to us about, that will show us the way to do it. And it's so funny because it's like you can go to a lender, and I'm gonna say a lender or a bank because I've seen them be a whole lot more in tune with what's going on when it comes down to an actual credit report versus just a person that's like, I fix credit. Because a person that just says I fix credit and never worked in the financial field, that scares me. I'm not saying that they're not able to do it, not saying that they may not be giving you the right information, but they're just basically going off of the same thing that the rest of them are, which is a generated letter that everybody has, that you can literally Google now and get a letter and change it to fit you and then send it yourself. And the only thing you had to pay for was stamp and delivery, which is a whole lot cheaper than $100, $200. I'm just saying. But I do understand that some people do not want to be responsible, hold themselves accountable, and do their own work. They want someone else to do it. So when you want someone else to do it, guess what? It comes with a cost. And if you can pay, I ain't gonna say can pay for it because I've seen people that literally pay for it, and I do understand why they're in the situation that they're in because they, number one, don't make sound decisions. I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. But yeah, do anybody have any additional questions that they may want to ask at this time when it comes down to your personal credit, business credit, or anything of that nature? And I like that I have a lot of variety of individuals that are already started or still preparing their credit, preparing for their generational wealth for their kids as far as trust. Like, kudos to y'all, okay? Like, respect, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is huge for me. I love that. Oh, shoot. Sorry, y'all. This is probably why I always put my phone on do not disturb when I'm on my live because it interrupts me. It takes. It's like I'm live, but then I'm sitting here focusing on two things. No questions, no concerns, no anything. Y'all, this was so funny. Hold on, I got to stand up. I really don't have enough time to play any games, but I was in Five Below, and I was telling y'all that I had got some games. I got some games for my daughter and I, and then I had got some games for us. So the games that I had got was like this and that. It's all up to you. And I was like, it's family games, so it's, it says age 6 and above. And then say what you see. And I thought that was really interesting too. Say what you see. And then it was a game called True or False. And they're like little card games. I thought that was very interesting. Because I was like, hey, Talisha. Markel said he got a question. What's your question? No, he said, I got questions. Markel, you gonna start playing with me on my live. I got questions. What's your questions? How important is debt to income ratio? I got mine down to amount to almost nothing. Will that help my credit score? So, debt to ratio helps you when you're like applying for a loan. It's not just driven from your credit report. Because I know some people that have over $200,000 in a line of credit, and they make $30,000 a year. But when they get ready to go buy, well, this person that I'm talking about already has a house, but just say like if they decided that they want to go buy a new home, then that's when your debt to ratio is gonna play a huge factor. So basically, if I had to do a scenario, let me write some stuff down. So say like you have an individual that let's just say 4,000. or $5,000 a year. I mean a month. I'm sorry. $5,000 a month in income. But then they have, let's say they have a car. Let's say that their car, what is like a great number for a car note? Let's say 549. Okay. And let's just say they have credit cards and their credit card, not how much they owe, but how much they pay monthly, because debt to ratio goes by your monthly debt. So let's just say it equals up to 275. Get a calculator right quick. What else would this person have that'll be on their credit report? Any shoot. Okay, I'm trying to find my calculator now. So let's say they have car, they have credit cards. What else do I typically see? I'm not gonna put medical on here because depending on, like with a lending company, we will remove your medical because we cannot, due to HIPAA law. We'll take it off. But I'm trying to think, what is something else? Okay, just say you're married and you have two cars. Let's just say this one's 500. I'm trying to think of some more things. Can y'all think of something else that people typically have? Like I know they have cars. Let's say a personal loan. A personal loan that is probably like, let's just say $300 a month. Okay, so 549, 275, 500, 300. So they have debt of 1624. So basically, this person is 30% to their debt to ratio already. So with making $5,000 a month with $1,624, the debt to ratio is already at 30. So when they get ready to want to go out and purchase a home, the loan officer is going to tell them how much they can borrow and lend that will not put them at a high risk. Typically, depending on what type of loan they do, let's just say, you know, they max them all the way up to like 45, where they're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So now at this time, he might go, the loan officer, he or she may say, oh, is your wife going on a loan? Does she work? Because now they need more income depending on how much house they're trying to purchase. I hope that makes sense. But that's how the debt to ratio works, Kiki. So basically what it is your monthly income and your monthly notes, which will be your credit report. Which will be on your credit report, which will be like your credit cards, car payment, not car insurance, because typically car insurance is not reported to your credit report. Just anything that's reported to your credit report. Okay. So that's how. Okay, Markel say, how do you feel about store credit cards? Because I think I'm gonna close all of mine. So, okay. Only thing that I don't like about store credit cards is it's only for that store. You cannot. It's not like it's a Visa or a MasterCard where you can use it anywhere. So number one, when I think about a store credit card, I'm like, nope. If I cannot have that credit card that has the emblem on it. Like, say for example, Sam's has a card. They have a store line of credit card, and they have a MasterCard. And if I can't get the MasterCard, I don't want the store card because they mean I can only use it at the store. The only ones that I do prefer, which is only by the actual company, will be like a Firestone card, um, or something like that. But like a store card, I'm not real big on applying for those. I don't think I ever had. I had one when I was in my early 20s, and I think that was the only one that I ever had because it was only for that store. Let me pull it up on my phone because, yes, I did not realize it was calculated monthly. I'm at a 1% right now. So I'm going to leave it like that until I get my house. Yes, Kiki, like that is amazing. You, girl, I haven't seen anybody with a DCI under 10 in a very long time. Hey, Rizabelle, how you doing? Jamaica, that's how I am with my Macy's. They offer 2 cards. I picked the one that I can use anywhere. Exactly. Like if you my whole thing on that is if I'm gonna have a credit card, I want to be able to use this credit card whenever I want to, not just at a store. Because I really feel like if I shop at a particular store, I'm only going there for certain things. I'm not getting everything. Like I wouldn't mind. I shop at Target like all the time, but I wouldn't even want a Target card. Like I turned down my Target card because it was like you're pre-approved for a Target card, and I'm like, can I get the one with the logo? They're like, well, you have to see if you qualify for it. And I'm like, nope, don't even worry about it because just getting a store card, even though I shopped at Target 80% of the time, no. I mean, like I had a Walmart card, and it was a Universal card, but it wasn't just a Walmart. It was a Visa card, and that's just kind of how I feel about it. Like I don't want to just feel like I have to be at one particular chain. They also pay. They also pay with the balance a lot. They also pay with the balance a lot. Huh? They also pay. I had a Best Buy card. It was at 1,000. I got it to 7, and then I bought an iPod and they dropped it to 15. Wow. So wait a minute. You had a Best Buy store card, and they let you get it, and then you used it, and then they took it down. Like your line of credit went down. They raised it to 70, and then as soon as I bought my iPad Pro, they dropped it to 150. So I was like at 80% usage. Wow. Okay, so hold on. I think I know what happened with that. They got you approved. Did you like use any verbiage that you only wanted to get the card only for your purchase for that day? Because if you tell them that you just want to cover for your purchase, and depending on how much your purchase was, that's what they do, and it would. Because I had a couple that bought their cell phones from Best Buy instead of going to like actual AT&T store. They bought their phones from Best Buy through a retail AT&T, and they had the exact same thing. And I was like mortified because I was like, why y'all got a phone on your credit report for like over $3,000? Because it literally said AT&T. And when I asked them, they were like, oh, those are my phones. And I'm like, your phone? Yes, my Target store card and Firestone card do it all the time too. What? Are you saying that they go up and down? My Firestone card has never went down. Like they keep going up. Like they literally, they keep going up. That is strange. That's weird. Nope, I didn't use it for 2 years after. Oh, you know what? Okay, so with a store card, you have to use that card. You are not able to just have it because okay, that's the difference between a credit card and a store card. Another thing. A store card, they have the terms where if you don't use it so many months, which you either got to read the fine print or you got to ask some questions. But um who was that? Goodyear was like that. I had a Goodyear card years ago, and they did the exact same thing. And then when I tried to get some new tires, like I was like in a very like in a situation where I needed some tires that day. They were like, I'm sorry, your card is no longer activated. They were like, when the last time you used your card? And I'm like, oh, it's probably been like a year or so. And then when they was like, well, we can see if we can, still help you out. So what they wound up doing was they wound up pulling my credit, and then they came back and was like, oh, we can only give you, I think it was like $500. I'm like, I know my car is little. Like I had a Dodge Neon at the time, but my tires cost more than $500. And then I left them and went to Firestone. Instantly got approved, and then they took care of everything. And then that's when I read the fine print. And even with my Firestone card, I go get my oil change. If I gotta go in there and just like, if I gotta send my mama and my dad and them to Firestone to get an oil change, I'm doing it like every so many months because they will and they can deactivate your card. And then they don't even give you a courtesy to tell you they're doing a soft pull. But you get your credit report, you see that they even pulled your credit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like really odd. It's the only thing I don't like about store cards too. My Firestone card has been high as 2,200, and right now it's like 650. Yeah, so it's like when they repulled your stuff, maybe you have other cards that are they have a balance, and they're looking at your overall, and that's probably why your usage keeps changing. But again, that is the issue that I have with store cards, and I only do credit cards. Kiki said Old Navy got me like that years ago. Oh my god. 3 racks on a phone. Oh hell no. Kiki, so what they did was they got an iPhone. Come on, y'all. Y'all know iPhones are not cheap. Quit playing with me. iPhones is gonna cost you at least $1,000. I'm just being honest. So they had got like the newest iPhones, and depending on their usage, I can see it being over 3 because I mean it was 2 of them. It was him and his wife, and what they did was instead of like right now, AT&T has it where if you buy a phone through them, you could pay like additional 20 some dollars depending on whatever phone you have. You can pay it on your phone. But instead of doing the installments on their phone, they did the installments outside with Best Buy. And then they just paid their regular telephone bill. Which I get it, don't get me wrong, but they reported it to their credit report. AT&T does not report anything to your credit report until you don't pay your bill. You have to be in bad standards for them to pay for it. Not good. But yeah. Me too. That's the only one I closed though. So you closed Old Navy. I understand. Let me go buy something on this Macy card. It's been like a year. Look, you better go online and make sure it's still open. Because if you go to the store and swipe it, some of those cashiers will tell you, the associates, I'm going to call them associates because I don't like calling people cashiers. Some of the associates will tell you, your card has been doormatted. That's what they say, doormatted. And you're like, oh, and all it means is you haven't used your card in a while. And what they do is they do this soft pull. But they're not, they work for Macy's, okay? So to them, everything is a soft pull. They're really pulling your credit scores. Like they're really pulling your credit report. And they're putting an inquiry onto your credit report with a card that you already have. So I'm just stressing it. I always buy my phones with an Apple Card. Well, Markel, everybody ain't able to have an Apple Card. Kiki, I got my kids an iPhone on. Look, they have so many ways and so many programs now that you should be able to finance anything without anything reporting to your credit report. I'm just saying, if you're a candle shopper, a phone shopper, a plane ticket shopper, there are companies out here that will pull your credit one time. You can build up your line of credit by how often you use it. Okay? And they will give you more money because they're going to get their money out of your account every week or every 2 weeks, depending on which one you sign up for. And no sweat off your back. But to report something to my credit report for a phone, I ain't going. That is not my story. That is not my life. We are not doing it. I need to get on after I get this house. You need to get on. Let me look at my phone. Are you responding to someone else? For everybody that just came on the live, hi, thank y'all so much for being here. We're just talking about some situations with some stored credit cards. Hi, Natalie. Oh, thank you so much for the oopsies. I appreciate you, CC. Thank you. Markel said he's hold on. Wait. Yeah, I think I had said that everybody not able to have an Apple Card. He said my Sam's card deactivated my card. I was wondering these things go. I was wondering why it wasn't working. I only used it for gas, but when I called them, they reactivated it. Yeah, they probably did reactivate it. They probably pulled your credit. Soft pull. Did they say soft pull? Did they tell you to soft pull? Cause they real good at saying soft pull. Like, if you have to pull my credit to determine if I have credit worthy, that is a hard pull. Please believe me. Only pre-approvals are soft pull, but as soon as you say yes, you want it, that soft pull turns to a hard pull. Hard pull turns into an inquiry on your credit report. Just for y'all information. He said I bought my camera with a frame. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can use a lot of these small companies like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. You have to, like, in life, you have to figure out what works for you. And there are so many different systems out here that can be utilized to work for you if you just put them in place. Let me get a tray phone, especially at Walmart. Look, Kiki, I promise you, I was just having this conversation with my mom. We both were talking about leaving our providers. My mom been with AT&T for a very long time. Like, I still have the number that I had when I was 16 or 17. Y'all do the math. I'm just saying. I'm about to be 40 years old. But and it seems like the phone is like getting more expensive as the world evolves. Like, why are we still paying $100 for a phone when we have internet that, you know, y'all, sorry about that, I just wanted to offer you a promotion on your channel and view a follower. No, I passed. Thank you. I appreciate it, though. I don't even know what that was about. Somebody from Twitch sent me a comment. The first comment I've ever received, and I had to ban. That's weird. Oh, hold on, y'all. I moved over my screen so I could still see Instagram, but I couldn't see any comments. But I don't have any comments. I see a couple of people that came on though, which is really great. Hey, my sissy. Just checking on my Macy's online. It still says active. I'll buy something before this money's over with. Laugh out loud. I don't have time for games. I know that's right. Hi Danielle. Thank you so much for tuning into my live. I appreciate you for being here. So yeah, I mean, hands down, Marquette. If you can take this moment to think about getting a Visa, Master, Discover. I will always say Visa because Visa is everywhere, MasterCard is everywhere, and then American Express is accepted in most places. But if you could take this time to get like a card, like a credit card, and start building a relationship with them and getting that line of credit increased every so many months by using it properly, then I would eliminate 99% of your credit cards with the stores because then you can use this card wherever. And then you're not like at a situation where you want to buy something but you have line of credit on this card and you want it from Walmart but you got to go to Target because you got a Target card. If you had a Universal card, you can go anywhere. That's what I love about credit cards. They do make up some stuff with these credit. But you gotta realize the credit that you have or the credit that you're using is store credit. They told me I wasn't approved to trade in all my cars for one new one, but they said I was approved to give the fourth new one. Huh? He said I wasn't approved. I wasn't approved to trade in all my cars. Yeah, depending on what the value is, I can understand. But I can get a new one. Well, so do y'all, okay, I'm not a car salesman. I would have to get somebody on here to come on my live to explain about a car salesman. I do have a sister and a few family members that can definitely, I can ask them about coming on here talking about car loans. But I'm going to tell y'all something that I noticed about the car industry. They'll sell you a new car before they sell you a used car. And a new car will be a less amount, but they rather give you a new car and then promise you the best interest rate for a new car. I'm still trying to make that make sense to me, even though I'm in a mortgage field, because in the mortgage field, it don't matter if you get a new home or old home. Only thing that it's going to determine is what your taxes look like and if it has association fees and what those association fees look like in existing versus a new development property. But then I guess that's why we're kind of like distant cousins and not, sisters and brothers. I got American Express and they don't take it a lot, right? And they don't take my American Express a lot neither because when I got it, I thought I was doing something. And then I tried to use it. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't take American Express. And I'm like, I told the lady, I was like, what do you mean? I thought American Express were for bougie people, but like maybe this company's beneath me. But yeah. Oh wait, you just said the same thing and I didn't even read that part. You said places that I thought that were being bougie. So many they did, and it was so embarrassing. Here, take Visa. Right. Mine happened to me when I was out of town. I was at this restaurant. It was supposed to be like the top of the line restaurant. They were like, they don't take American Express. I was offended. Because I was like, I really thought American Express was like for the big timers. Like, whatever. Thank you for busting my bubble. Bring me back down to earth. Luckily for me, I had something. I can't remember what I had. Maybe I had cash, but I definitely didn't have another card. I tried to take a driver's license, one credit card, and maybe a few dollars when I go out, depending on when I'm doing something. I do not try to take like 4 credit cards, driver license. No, that's not my life. The resale on a used car is factored between the interest and the risk that they sell a new car easily in case of repossession. You know what? I believe that cold-heartedly because they will, they'll have somebody come in there and put the law down. I want this, and I'm working between this amount. And they're like, have you seen our new 2020 model? Da 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 da. Like, really? Like, you're such a car salesman. Good job. But that's probably another reason why I like dealing with credit unions, because then you get approved, and once you get approved for that once you get approved for that car, you don't have to go into a car salesman. You don't have to go to him and be like, you know what? I want this. I want this. You have the money right here in the palm of your hands. You have a ladder. It's called a well, I forgot what the ladder is called, but it's a ladder that the credit union give you. You take it to the finance department at the car dealership, and it basically tells them all the terms. I'm buying a car, 40,000. Boom. You know, what does this look like? What am I purchasing? And then by the time you get through having a conversation, the car salesman is, he's kind of a little bit perturbed at this point because you're not using their finances. So I think they get commission like off of all of that. I think they get commission for you coming in, looking at a car, driving a car, using their finance company. Like, I think they get all of that. But you come in there with your money already, they're like, okay, what do you want now? The whole attitude change. Okay? And I love it because at this point, I'm telling you what I want versus you telling me what you're going to give me. And that's what I love. I mean, if you're going to be that person, be that person. If you're going to be in charge, be in charge. So, like, Markel, back to you about the cars. Okay, if you're going to sell the cars, sell them. I wouldn't even go to a dealership anyway. Unless it's like a mom and pop auto away from a dealership where they give you like a Kelley Blue Book value of a car. They appraise it. They'll tell you how much they want for it. And then they pay you. Like, take that. That's what I would do if I was you. I would not go to a dealership with a car and be like, can I trade this car in for a newer car? I wouldn't even do it. Okay. So I gotta go back up, y'all, because Markel didn't say something. He said, and I had a 16, a 22, and a 21, and I wanted to trade them in for a 2024. Buy me without 3,000 down. But then they said, I'm approved to keep them and get a 2024 without trading in. So the cars that you have, are they all paid for in full, or do you still have a note? And again, I kind of think I said like what I would do. I will go to like another third party auto place and sell my car, or let them do like appraisal on the car. And then once they do appraisal and give you what the value of your cars are, then you can sell to them, get the check, and then go back to the dealership without those cars, because now they don't have, when they pull your credit, now they don't see no cars. So now if they can't give you that same 2024 with no money down, go to another dealership. Like, if your credit score is 630 or higher, go to another dealership, because they with the BS. Don't put no money down on a new car. Not in 2024. No. Same. I definitely have a company. Aside after I wasn't able to use like 30 to 40% off place. Even my electricity company does it. Right? But baby, that American Express lounge at the airport is reason enough for me. I know that's right. I need to upgrade my environment. Kiki, now you talking, okay? Not just the environment, just like they say, everything around me. Just upgrade everything. From what I take in, from what I eat, from what I talk about, from who I'm walking in the room with which room I'm walking into. Upgrade it all. Like, take me out of this room and put me at this table to manifest and grow at this table instead of that room, because that was the old room. That was the room from 2020. Bring me over here. Bring me into where I need to be. Elite, there's a lounge. I got like 3 American Express, but I also just got, hold on, but I also just go to the military lounge most of the time. Alright, you military brats. I love y'all. I'm just playing. I don't have that benefit anymore, so, but I definitely enjoyed it back in the day. Uh, the military has some perks, and a lot of people don't even like utilize them to their max, which I don't understand why. But yeah. Elite, do you know if any better with Discover? Do you know if any better? Are you talking about Discover Card Jamaica? Because I have a Discover card, and there's some perks with having Discover. Thanks you for the heads up. Markel USA does great on car loans. Capital One also has a good lounge. Yes, Capital One does. I've used the Capital one in the airport, the lounge. Markel's like, I have 3 of those. Markel, first off, what you don't have? Markel is definitely the millennial person that I always speak of. You got like 66 cards over there. Let me find out you got like 66 accounts. Because he got these store cards, he got credit cards, he got these car loans. Then he got, yeah, I definitely got about 15 cards. Yep, that equals 66. 15 equals 66. Yep. But it's okay. I mean, if you're managing them and you are not, utilizing all the way your utilization, hey, I ain't mad at you. Do what you do. I'm just trying to, right now, my main focus is to get my business credit card to a credit line of, I think I had said 100 for this year. Like by the end of this year, I want it to be like 100. Like dead ass, like 100. 100,000. Kiki, you know what you did to Markel? So now when he book a trip, he gonna be like, so yeah, how can I utilize the lounge? I got a Capital One. He said Verizon is the only one that will not give me a new card, but send me a message every month. Don't they kill you when they send you like a message saying, "Do you want to see if you're pre-approved?" Like mine wasn't with Verizon, but I had these one-offs in the mail where they're like, "You are now pre-approved," or "Do you want to see if you're approved?" Like, give me approval. I don't want no pre-approved. I don't want no, do I want to see if I'm approved? Like, nope, we ain't even play that game. Hey Tiffany, hi cousin, how you doing? Sorry I missed you. Girl, please, you can rewatch this live. I keep trying to tell you. I understand we all have lives. Also getting ready for my interview. Is that tonight? Oh, excuse me, but thankful I got to reschedule because we just got hit with a blizzard. Oh, blizzard! Oh my Jesus! I think Kiki and I was talking about a blizzard and in a different area. Man, that is insane. Well, I'm glad that you were able to reschedule your interview where you won't be out there in them streets this time of the night with a blizzard going on, because honey, you can't see nothing when it's nighttime. I mean, you can barely see anything when it, well, not you, I'm just saying it's hard to see in those conditions when you got light. So I can just imagine going out there tonight how it would look. Exactly. Just give me the card. They gave me 2% on my charger. USAA had me in and out Friday. I picked up my car and like I was playing spades. I cannot play with you, Kiki. Y'all, when I grow up, I want to be like Kiki. Boom. And see, I thought I was like big stuff because I like get my own ladders from the credit union for like my car, car loan. And I'd be like, okay, here's my ladder I'm approved for. And they're like, so what were you interested in? Whole attitude change. I'm like, wait a minute. What happened to the extraness you was given just a minute ago? But when you don't use their finance company, honey, they be like, they almost don't even have time for you no more. They'll leave you standing outside looking at the car like, oh yeah, it look nice up in there. They be like, you want to open up the door? You can open up the door. Damn, they don't even want to come open the door no more. Markel, why do you want a blizzard? Are you talking about food? Really? Kiki say with your greedy self. Yeah, hubby didn't want me driving in it. I bet I'm with hubby and I'm not getting out there. Markel, really? Really? Food right now? Really? He's like, yeah, Blizzard from Dairy Queen. Hey, Precious. How you doing? Thank you for the hearts. Hold on. I was finna say, wait a minute. I thought I thought it wasn't been away from me. I was like, really? That's what we doing today? There we go. Okay, I'm done. There's every by myself in the comments and on the other page. Oh, were you on my business page? Well, you had to be on the business page if you were saying. But sometimes people jump on. I can still see your comments even if you well, I can see them. I don't think everybody else can see them, but I can definitely see them no matter where you put the comments in at. I've learned the hard way too. But you learned the hard way, Jamaica. Oh, okay, Kiki. Oh, okay. I see what y'all saying. I was starting to have anxiety because I knew it was coming. I was hoping the weather was wrong. Man, at the Benz, a whole experience is luxury from the beginning to the end. They went and got me Starbucks. Girl, look, they ain't take you to dinner. I'm surprised they don't have a Starbucks in their dealership, to be honest. I saw you were there, but then you were gone. Also, there are steaks and shakes near me. There's no steak and shake near me anymore. Really, Markel? We're still talking about food? I know, but I wanted to see the rest of the group. Oh, well, Tiffany, hey, you did the next best thing, boo. You came over here. You came on the other side. You know how we do it. You're getting a massage from Starbucks and a Barbie girl in a Barbie world, right? I'm telling y'all, one day I'm gonna grow up and be like Kiki. I think when I get there, Kiki, I'm just gonna come to where you are. I'm not gonna, put your location out there, but I'm gonna come to your location and I'm just gonna pay them out of state fees because I wanna have the same experience that you be having, baby. And I want you to go with me. Yep. I'm just hands down. I ain't gonna even lie. Come on, sis. Come on. That's what this trip gonna be about. I'm just thinking, like, do I want to drive that car from you to where I be going? Ooh, the miles. I don't know. I'm gonna think about that one because I know they also can transport cars. My grandparents had that done for me, so it definitely can be done. Baby, I'm done working hard to get this. I went through a lot. Honey, from what you have told me, I know you worked hard and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for not quitting. And see, that's another thing. Like that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother live. But we always want what we want, but we don't want to put in the work. And then a lot of us quit. And I was just saying this tonight that I'm kind of over a few things and I don't want to quit entirely, but I do want to stop some of the process. But then I get on here and I'm like, nope, I'm not going to stop the process. I'm not going to quit because I never said I was going to quit, but I did say I was going to slow down the production. I was going to slow down the production. I was going to, change a few things around. Markel was on my other page and he was like, y'all need to start having lives when the sun is out. And I was like, you know what? I was thinking about it. I said, that don't really sound bad to start doing my lives earlier, like 6 o'clock. Because if people gonna watch, they're either gonna watch it live or they're gonna rewatch it once it's on the page. I appreciate all the support, whether if it's in the current moment or afterwards. Yes, Tiffany, I'm with you. She definitely deserves it. We all deserve it. That's why we all are giving. I ain't gonna say giving our all, but we all are doing what we need to do as far as doing the necessary steps to be more successful. Yes, my daytime lives were successful. I remember I was on a few of them, but I just don't think I'm gonna do a 9 o'clock. Like my whole life, my life starts early in the morning. My grandfather, he gets to moving around early in the morning. He takes his medicine, and then if my daughter is still asleep, I am trying to do a workout. I don't mind working out at night, which, especially because I work out at home, it's just I have noticed that when I work out during the daytime, it gives me energy. And then if I work out a second time in the afternoon, it'll help me go to sleep, but it won't necessarily, um, it won't necessarily stop me from sleeping, but then I'm amped up for a little while. So I kind of was like trying to make this promise to myself that I'll try to have Lariah in bed between 10:30, just so that she can get on some type of schedule because we're now doing schoolwork and I'm trying to, give her time with her school lessons. So each day we're going over a subject. Instead of doing multiple subjects in one day, we're going to touch a subject once a day. So there's 5 days out of the week and we're going to do a subject each day. And it's really cool because ABC Mouse has a program that we can use on my computer and on her tablet. And the one that we did so far, she traced with her finger the capital A and the lowercase a. And then it goes over a whole tutorial about the letter A. They say the letter A, they say the vowel, like they do all of that. And I love it. It was definitely worth the money. So with that being said, I just realized that it is right now 10:35. I am definitely going to let everybody go. I really appreciate all of the comments, the questions, the love. Yes, Markel, that's what I got. ABC Mouse for 45. Sure did. And then I think I paid for the next year, which would be like $39. I went on and paid for the next year. So I did that for her because all of that stuff is just going to benefit her this year and next year. But I definitely enjoy ABC Mouse. My mom actually got ABC Mouse for my daughter and my nephew 2 years ago. And then she didn't pay for it this year, and I was like, no, don't worry about it. I'll just pay for it. I'll pay for it. Because I was like, they have a special going on and it was for $45. So to keep hers activated, I think they wanted like 70, 55 or 60. It was something, but it was definitely different from $45. So I just went on and made my own account. Jamaica said, yeah, my son had it back in the day. He loved it. Jamaica, I love it. Like, I've been on it on my computer. On my laptop, I've been on ABC Mouse, and I love it. And then I enjoy doing it with her. So it gives us, our time. Yep, I need to figure out what time and day to start doing my live so that I can have my sister support me. I need y'all to guide me through it. Tiffany, just say when. Just say when. You know we'll be here. Xander knew his ABCs and colors at 15 months old because of ABC Mouse. Exactly. Like Lariah knows her ABCs. She know them out of order. Like, we don't even go over that part of it. Right now, we're just going over the tracing with the ABCs. And then we're working on sight words. So she has 5 sight words that she's working on this week. And it's really funny because one of them is you, like you as a person, you, and not the letter U. So she's like, what? You? Mommy, that's spelled Y-O-U. She's like, but it has a U. And I really enjoy that because she's thinking and she's realizing that you and you know, anyway, mommy moment. I'm excited. We got you. Exactly, JT. That's what I just said. We got her. She's like, don't be scared. Aw. Tiffany, if you depending on what day you go live, if you on your software, if you want or need me to go live with you and just be on there with you, I'll do it. That's great for her. She's gonna be ahead when school starts. She, it's funny that you said it because she really is. Even as far as counting money, we started counting money, and just little short story. Then I'm gonna get off of here. Just my grandfather had went over to my uncle's house for the holidays, and when he came back bearing gifts, and the gifts was he gave my daughter $100 for Christmas, and it was $100 bill. So when he gave it to Lariah expressions were, she looked at it and she said, $100? Oh my God. And my uncle started laughing. And my grandfather, he's hard of hearing, so he asked my uncle, what did she say? And my uncle said she knew it was $100. And then he said, what did Boo say? And I said, Lariah, say it louder. Tell Grandpa, how much money do you have? She said, 100 is $100. oh my God, I have $100. And I thought that was like the most cutest, most um exciting mommy moment because we had went over like $1, $10, the 20, and then I skipped the 50. I skipped 50 because I didn't have a $50 bill, and we went straight to the $100 bill. And I was just, teaching her about it. And oh my goodness, when she saw that $100 and she was holding it, she was so excited. Jamaica, tell Araya this is just the beginning of the confusion of the English language. Look, you talking about the confusion of English language. I mean, honey, oh my goodness. Yeah, but unfortunately, she's at a age where she could learn so much. Right now, between right now and until she's like 10, she can be fluent in so many languages. Like I'm sitting over here sleeping on her as far as that. Really, Markel? He's like, I'm about to make me an Oreo brownie tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Kiki, it's so funny you say big money Lariah. The value of $100, I don't even know if she understands that is 100 ones. Like $101 bills. Like, I don't even know. But right now, we're not gonna even worry about that. You definitely get it. Right? But it was just so funny coming from a 4-year-old. Like it literally was funny. And then she spelled it. Like she spelled it to me, like as if I couldn't see it. But I thought it was so cute. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta get my baby in bed. We gotta potty train. We gotta get into bed. I gotta give my grandfather his medicine. I gotta kind of stay on my schedule so I can start seeing some more progress with this weight loss because I know it's not gonna come off in 2 days. But oh my God, I'm gonna need that scale to move at least some more ounces to make it look like a pound is about to go away. If you matter English, if you master English, you can master just about anything else with your eyes closed. Kelly speaks Spanish better than English. Shaking my head. You know what? I understood Spanish in high school more fluent than English. And my Spanish class, I had an A-B. In my English class, I had a C. Okay? My mom was like, make it make sense. I'm like, Mama, don't judge me. Apparently, I don't know English. And I'm okay with that. Like, I am totally okay with that. All right, y'all. My granddaddy just walked through here. I know what that means. He ready for his medicine. So, good night, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. I really appreciate y'all. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday, same time, 9 p.m. Central Time. And if you know someone that can utilize the information that we have given on this live, please, please, please share to the metaverse so that everyone can utilize this information. And then they can join on next Thursday. Y'all have a great night. Y'all be safe. Y'all stay warm. And bye for now.
Introducing Tracy Live Stream Chat, the ultimate destination for engaging in discussions on wealth, health, and family life. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday for captivating conversations that you simply can't afford to miss. Delve into the secrets of success, learn valuable health tips, and gain insights into building strong and fulfilling financial connections. Here's the thing though, don't just watch. Actively participate and interact with experts and fellow viewers in real time. Mark your calendars, set a reminder, and get ready for an enriching live streaming experience that will leave you inspired and empowered. Don't miss out. Tune in to the Introducing Tracy live stream chat on Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll see you there.